everyone! Another succulent project for you today. I'm super excited. I picked up this brand new container. I love the almond shape of it. So I'll talk you through the plants I'm using, how I'm putting this together, a couple of design tips, and then how to care for it. Let's get started. You may remember my other little succulent arrangement. Something very terrible happened to it. A pillow fell on it. Don't ask me how it happened, but it got completely smashed from the top, so it's time to dismantle it and reuse some of the plants as well. So first, the container. I love its almond shape. I hope you can see it well. It has a drainage hole at the bottom, so that's going to help me out for watering. This is 45 centimeters in length, and I think I'm going to be able to pack so many plants in it. And also it's going to give me a lot of space for trailing plants, so that's awesome. I have a little piece of fleece here to put on top of the hole just to prevent any soil from going loose on me. I'm just going to show you the plants that I'm going to be using. I have this beautiful string of pearls. It's called Senecio Browleyanus, or string of pearls. It has those really pretty beads. I really love the shape of it, and it's going to give like a really nice movement. Then I also have an Aorthia called Savannah. I really like the bluish tinge of the leaves and the spikiness. I think that's going to bring brilliant contrast. Then I picked another Haworthia. I don't know the variety for this one, but I got this plant because can you see here all the little babies that it has? Then I have an aloe. I think this is going to be my centerpiece because it's my tallest and biggest plant. Then because I had quite a lot of spiky plants, I decided to go for a more rounded leaf to soften a little bit the arrangement. And this one will want a little bit more water, so I'll make sure to put it on one corner and selectively water it with a syringe. And then I wanted another rounded foliage to complement the first one, and this is a nerve plant or a Phytonia. That other plant is a Portucularia. Is the Portucularia afra, and I picked this one also because I like the rounded shape of the leaves, but also because the red of the stem will contrast really well with the red of that foliage. I think that's going to be really pretty. And then you may remember the first succulent arrangement I ever put together on the channel. It hasn't been faring very well since. Well, proof here. Then for succulents and cacti, typically you want to use specialist soil, so this is what I'm going to do today just to make sure that my plants have the best chance of success. So I'm going to go ahead and fill my little container. And I left a bit of a lip when filling the container because I'm going to be adding a lot of plants. And you can see here, cacti soil is special because it has some grit and some sand mixed into it to improve drainage. Once you've picked plants that you really like and that will work together, it's time to put together the arrangement. So I'm not a professional and this is only my second arrangement, but I think you have to be careful about a couple of things. So already think about the height of the container in proportion with the height of the plants that you're going to put in. And also think where is the arrangement going to go and how people are going to see it. So for me, this one will live on the bow window. It needs a revamp pretty bad. It's very bare apart from my little calamondon tree. So I'll put everything together and then we'll take a look. I'm starting with the aloe because it's the tallest element. Then I think I'm going to want to place one of my brightest plants somewhere toward the middle just to draw the eye. I think I may even divide this very gently just to maybe to use several little accents. And so here, instead of placing that plant just straight down into the soil, I'm going to try to tip it so that it can be seen really well from the edge. Alright, and then we still have a little piece here and I'm just setting aside to reuse if I need it. And then I wanted to pair the red of the leaf here with the red of the stem, so I'm going to do that. And I think again, this one is going to be easy to divide. So here, I hope you can see there are 3 stems, 1, 2, 3. So I can definitely get away with dividing it. This is what it looks like from the back so far. So super easy again, you gently tug and the plant will just separate into 2 smaller plants. And that makes it a bit easier to work with them. We have a little breakage here, so I'm just snipping it out. I'm going to try to propagate this. I think this will be a really good spot for a bit more spikiness. And I think here it turns out that my aloe is a bit too sunken, so I'm just going to push back a bit of soil underneath it just to raise it. Yes, much better. I think now we need a bit of trailing interest, so it's time for that beauty. So excited. Like, this whole arrangement came to life from wanting to use that plant. Look at that. I have a couple of beads that detached already. I'm just setting them aside. I'm going to try to propagate them. Look at that. This is perfect. It's just trailing at the bottom of the container and it's creating a lovely cascade effect. And then here I'm going to reuse some of the cuttings from my other arrangement. They still look good and they have baby roots. Using cuttings is really easy. All you have to do is take your cutting and just plunk it into the soil. Midway update. It's quite heavy. Oh yes. I have to say it looks good, if I do say so myself. It's a little bit on the dry side, so I need to make sure I water it. Time for another hour yet to go in. This is like a beast. It has so many little pops, so we're just going to try to go in as gently as possible and just break those little baby off. Baby's gone. Look at that plant. How many babies did we get from it? 1, 2, 3, at least 10. You can remove as much extra soil as possible. That will help fit in and squish in the root balls a little bit more. I have a bit more left over from my first succulent project, so I'm going to have a look and see what we can use. This was actually a little cutting, so always worth it, and it rooted really, really well. I don't think I can fit one more succulent or cutting in there. I think I love how it turned out. The process of putting all the plants together was quite messy, as you could see, so I'm using a little brush now to clean up the plants. In terms of care now, I'm going to be watering this with a syringe, really to put the water where it's needed, and I have a couple of plants that will require a little bit more water, so that will help me target the watering really well. And I'm just going to place this in a bright area, but without direct sunlight, because this is what most of these plants will be happy with. The succulents are really tightly packed together, so that means that they will slow their growth rate, and they should be able to stay like this for a little while. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye! Oh no! There's soil on the carpet.